Good evening, everybody. I'm down at the KTM Centre in Hemel Hempstead. I've got Joe looking at me in a really weird fashion. Such a creep. It is a Friday afternoon and I have taken the day off work for two particular reasons. And those are those two. Oh, this is going to be a very good day. I've forgotten my other camera, so Joe's being my second camera for when I definitely don't go over the speed limit. Oh, there's Mark. He's going to watch me do an intro. So first of all, we're taking out this brand spanking new 2024 990 Duke. 30 years of Duke. This one's only got 210 miles on the clock, so I'm going to have to be a little bit careful. God, you know what? That sounds really nice. For a stock bike, that sounds lovely. Here he is. Yeah. That's nice, isn't it? 2024 Super Adventure. That's proper Super Adventure. And then the poorest bike here. Apparently, this is 96% new over the 890. You can no longer buy the 890. It's only the 790 Duke and the 990 Duke. So this is completely new. New pistons, new cranks, new all sorts of stuff. This is the LCHC engine, which you're very, very much used to in the 890 and the 790. It's a bigger bore now, so it's like 940 something cc. 121 horsepower, I think. It's got this new headlight, which I know is very Marmite for people. Some people love it, some people hate it. I really like it. But the thing I quite like is if you look at the 790s, so here's a good representation. So this is a 790 Duke. If you compare that to the Super Duke, the 1290 Super Duke, that looks like a middleweight bike. That does not look like a middleweight bike. It looks like a full-size weapon. I mean, it is 990cc, so that's probably why. Oh, that is super light. Oh, it has got a quick shifter. Great news. That fueling is really good. I saw this bike at the NEC show back in November last year. Everyone is almost going, that's a better road bike than the 1390. I still debate whether I could walk past the 1390 to buy one of these. I didn't even mean to do that. The thing I didn't particularly like about the 890 generation is that grey, crappy looking switchgear. It just, like, I mean, it was fine, it was very functional, it did the job very, very well. That looks so much nicer. It's just a black, shiny finish. It's a very similar sort of layout and all that sort of stuff, so it's very familiar. It's got a host of new electronics on this thing. It's almost in line with the electronics on the 1290. Oh my god, this thing's nimble. Right, while Joe's filling up his bike, I'm just going to quickly buzz through the electronics on here. Oh, backlit switchgear. BMW, if you're watching this, come on. If you've got a button to go into the menus, obviously the back button, cruise control up there, you've got a custom switch down here, which you can basically, any of the KTMs, you can essentially program that to be whatever you want. So you can have it to be rider mode settings, you can have it be like traction control settings, etc, etc. We've got rider modes, which is street, rain, track, sport and performance. You've got slip adjuster. Shut up, I'm trying to talk. You've got your throttle response, which you can change street, track and sport, so that's in the same sort of vein. Like, you've got different like levels of engagement of the throttle. Anti-wheelie. Off, very high, high, medium, low, very low. It's got launch control. Launch control menu is not available below 600 miles. That's fine, because I definitely wasn't going to use it anyway. ABS, traction control and quick shifter. You've got your bike info as per usual. You can go in and change all like your coming home lights. Very much like any new bike, it needs an exhaust. But having said that, it does pop and crackle a little bit as well. That is so stable. I'm doing 53 miles an hour around this corner apparently, rolling off, because I'm catching up with this Beamer. And it is like I can take my hand off. The engine in general is stupidly smooth. The quick shifter needs a little bit of bedding in, you can tell that, but they normally get better with time. No! Some people are going to go, yeah, it needs more power, it needs 140 horsepower or whatever. It doesn't. It really doesn't. There's no vibrations coming through the bars at all. There's no vibrations coming through the seat or the pegs or anything. I'm really comfortable. So I am at lofty heights of 5'9", 31, 32 inch inseam, and I can easily get both feet down, like easily. Like look, I've got a bend in my leg. I really like this thing. Once you're off cruise control, you can use this plus and minus button down here to adjust the slip control.
I want to have a look at the indicators and the brake lights at the same time. It's all integrated into itself.
Oh, that's quite cool. The outer part of the indicators are like 4 LEDs, and those are the ones that work as the indicator, and then the ones in the middle work as the brake lights, so your like brakes don't get lost in indicating. Yeah, this is super light. Oh well, very high on the wheelie control is really useful for, you know, popping the wheel over very bad terrain off-road, obviously. It does feel nimble, it does feel very light and flickable, but it also feels like a full-size bike, if that makes sense. It doesn't feel like a half-size, middle-weight bike kind of thing. And you sit on a motorway, you've got no wind blast at all. I'm wearing a peaked helmet as well. There is a little bit of, not turbulence, but you can hear the wind coming off these. Having the wheelie angle at one of the highest settings, traction control on and everything, is really nice. Like a lot of bikes, the wheelie control is tied to the traction control. Let's see what these brakes are like. Obviously this is not the R version as well. Once that R version comes out in like a year's time, it'll be even better.
Oh dear.
I really like this. It's very good at not wheeling. It's a good job we're in Mexico, or wherever people say you do when you want to do illegal stuff.
It's a good job they've got Tesco's in Mexico as well, because that's all you can see in my shot.
It's so... The one thing I didn't like with the 890 is that the non-R was a little bit lackluster on the braking power. I mean, that is not lackluster at all. There's loads of power there. Loads of power. This directly competes with things like the Street Triple. If you watch the video, you will know that I really like that Street Triple. I reckon the Street Triple might be faster. This is definitely more playful. This is so much fun! Oh my god! I want one.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fun. Right, now we have that camera as well, it means that I can not do wheelies at all. Or speed or anything like that. I love how light this thing is. And as per usual, here's some vans. I'll be careful because there's no one around. It's so flickable. I mean, a 945 or 49cc engine. That used to be the big bore bike, now it's the middleweight, which is insane. Arguably, I'm not in the smoothest of modes. If you put it in a sport mode with like a good level of electronic control, it would probably be smoother, but I quite like the aggressive nature. It's a Duke, like that's what it's there for. It's meant to be aggressive. It just does exactly what I want it to, and it's not like throwing me off the back because it's too powerful, which is obviously what you get from something like a Super Duke. It's a Honda Jazz. Of course it's a Honda Jazz that's holding us up. That was effortless! And also, this is not run in yet. I'm not even coming close to the red line or anything. I'm kind of short shifting everywhere. This thing. Joe's bike does sound quite good, doesn't it? Slightly annoying. There's a little jump here. This has got the WP Apex suspension as well. It is manual, but it's fully adjustable. I'm a fan of electronic suspension, but this has been faultless. Like, it's really supporting. It's not too hard on a motorway and it's not too soft on a sporty sort of blast. This just feels like a bike you could just be a colossal knob on, and I really like it. Oh, let's see what it's like to filter, shall we? It's also got a very nice induction noise. I mean, it's the same that happened on the 890s and the 790s and any of that sort of iteration of bikes. It seems really torquey. Like, I've left it in 4th gear quite a lot and not had any problems with like sort of pulling away. You think about where you want it to go. It's not a conscious decision. You just go, yeah, going over there, yeah, going over there. This thing is bloody brilliant. So good. Well, there you go, everyone. Back at the KTM Centre in Hemel Hempstead. These guys are the ones that I have all my services with, and I bought my bike through as well. They are lovely, Mark and Jason. If you go and look at my 890 SMT video, everyone in the comments that has been to the KTM Centre has just been like, these guys are fantastic, Mark and Jason are lovely, etc, etc. So I highly, highly recommend these guys. Thank you very, very much for watching. 2024 990 Duke. Brilliant. Absolutely phenomenal bit of kit. That was a lot of fun.
It looks a lot of fun.
I didn't do any wheelies though, did I?
No. It was all road legal speed.
All road legal speeds, no wheelies.
I think I saw 72 at one point and I was like, oh, don't.
Yeah, but that'd be the overreading speedo, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
That's true.
I mean, mine's a Honda as well, so it overreads by like 8%.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you've got to make it feel fast. Right, thank you very much, everyone. I'm going to go give this key back to Jason and pick up the key for the one behind it. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in next week's video. Bye.